As a human resources professional, are you struggling with the three top challenges facing HR organizations? Those challenges are turnover, employee engagement, and succession planning. Ask anyone, whether it be CHROs or CEOs or people at the front lines of HR departments. These are the big issues, and they all stem from a common denominator: employee engagement. Employee engagement is the linchpin that keeps people interested in staying with your organization. Employee engagement is what prevents them from leaving and keeps your turnover at a manageable level. And when employees stay because they're engaged, they are the ones that you're able to develop for future roles in the organization so that you can fill your executive ranks from inside the organization and not have to go outside. Well, if that's a top priority, you're not alone. And you're smart to be thinking about what you can do to engage employees, improve retention, and set yourself up long term with good succession management. Of course, this does raise the underlying question: if we know what the issues are, what's in the way? Why aren't we solving these in more places? Well, here again, you're not alone. What's preventing your progress is probably pretty similar to what's preventing progress in other places. HR leaders say that that's a lack of funding and/or a lack of executive support. Without support and funding for engagement initiatives, without doing the work that causes people to remain engaged and want to be a part of your organization, what you're doing instead is accepting other expenses elsewhere in recruiting and turnover and hiring and onboarding and then moving people out of your organization. And you're sacrificing opportunities in the marketplace, opportunities that only come when you have good institutional knowledge and people stick around long enough to be able to make the most of those opportunities that are out there. So you got those obstacles, and maybe you're wondering then, what can you do? What can you do to get the funding and to get the executive support you need? I'm going to give you some strategies to think about in rapid fire here. They all come back to employee engagement, so start there. Start with employee engagement strategies, ways that you can respond to those findings that are in your employee engagement survey, and ways that you might assess engagement in your organization in a manner so that it's directly linked to the behaviors of your managers. If you've ever read the book by Pat Lencioni called 3 Signs of a Miserable Job, well, you know then that there are some simple, critical things that managers can do. And we can help you to do that assessment work and to train your managers if you'd like. You might also think about a simple, quick fix. We're offering you a checklist for managers, and that's just a free download. Every one of your managers could be using that daily to improve employee engagement. When it comes to retention, as we said, engagement is key. It also has something to do, though, with the skills of the supervisors in your company, whether they be at the most senior level or whether they be right on the front lines. The ways that supervisors interact with employees has a significant impact on the retention rate. Your company culture and your training of supervisors can roll up into something that is like a magnet to attract and keep great people inside your organization. The same is true with succession management. You want the culture, you want the retention, you want people to be engaged, and then you're going to want to think about your succession management strategically, not not just stopping with, the 9-box model that says who's high po, high per, low po, low per. Remember, whenever you're using a 9-box model, especially if it's not well thought out and well explained, you won't have high po, low po. You'll just have a lot of po-po, which stands for people who are feeling passed over and pissed off. So be careful with that one. When you think about your succession management strategies, you'll need to have competencies for every job and job level and career pathways that provide development so people can equip themselves and feel supported as they prepare for those roles. You might also need some executive coaching and some leadership development assistance. Here at People First Productivity Solutions, this is what we do. We help you build organizational strength by putting people first. And we can help you fill in the gaps of any of these areas where you're not quite sure how to proceed. We'll come in as your consultant, your coach, your trainer. We'll do the work in the background so that you can do the work in the foreground and have the impact you want to have and get rid of those common HR headaches.